Hey y'all, I'm gonna just let some people walk.
When you think of the internet's most entitled and deceptive con artists, who comes to mind?
Today is the day we announced Fire Festival 2, so it's all happening first at the Broadway show.
Some choose a life of crime out of desperation or coercion, some for the thrill of the payoff, and others because they believe they deserve the world no matter how many victims they leave in their wake.
And here's some small town drama. Stop scrolling, because this is how a boutique in Belton, South Carolina scammed me and others for over $30,000 and counting.
The owner of an upstate boutique is behind bars after a scam investigation. Deputies say they think more victims are out there.
When we all got together and started talking about it, we realized there are $26,000 worth of missing items.
A handful of offenders are so notorious they rise to the rank of record-breaking outlaw, earning a moniker that cements their status as a real-life comic book villain, problematically glorified for their devilish ways.
Ah yes, the boutique bandit. Let's start with story time in part 2.
But the thing about a villain is that they naturally create heroes, a justice-seeking person or group determined to hold them accountable. Take the Joker and Batman, Vecna and Eleven, James Charles and basically everybody else. Or in today's Suspool, the boutique bandit and the Facebook moms of South Carolina. And let me tell you, I'm already loving today's story because what do you mean there's a vigilante justice moms group just taking down villains on Facebook?
I asked her multiple times, Brooke, just give me my money. Just give me my money. You won't hear from me again.
Now, on her own, an unassuming Facebook mom might seem easy to brush off. Maybe she's a Karen. Maybe she'd had a couple too many glasses of wine. Maybe she can't log in with her password because Facebook is clearly a stupid app and it keeps changing her password every week and she didn't write down, so she calls you because surely you must magically know her password.
Don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it.
But when Facebook moms band together with the rage of 1,000 status updates, they might just be one of the most powerful forces for good.
Because I'm your mother. And I said so.
So picture this, you're rocking your baby to sleep as the sun sets on another hot and humid South Carolina evening. Crickets begin to chirp outside and the soft amber glow of the streetlights filter through your living room windows. As your baby peacefully drifts off in your arms, you notice they're slowly but surely outgrowing their adorable summer-themed onesie. So quietly, you hop online to order a new one. Now, your local children's boutique recently invited you to a VIP Facebook group where you spot the perfect pre-order deal for cozy Christmas jammies set to arrive just in time for the family Christmas card. You pick out the winter blue set, use the card on file, and start imagining how adorable your baby will look when it arrives in 3 to 4 weeks. But as a few months pass by and while sorting out outgrown baby clothes, it hits you. Wait, I never received that Christmas onesie. So you rush to check the receipt. The delivery date passed weeks ago, and when you open the Facebook group, it's chaos. Instead of updates on shipping, you read a flood of posts from other moms in the community leaving furious comments that they haven't received their orders either. Surely it must be a simple mistake, so you email the owner, a fun lady you've spoken to numerous times before, except this time, she isn't fun. In fact, she's nowhere to be found and never responds. Christmas rolls around and there are still no cute Santa jammies in sight. By now, it's clear that nearly every customer is experiencing the same thing: broken promises and stolen money. You look down at your baby's innocent eyes and the usual warm feeling in your heart is replaced with a deep-seated need for revenge, because this business owner didn't just scam you, she scammed your baby too. So the next morning, after dropping your little one off with the sitter, you drive to the police station, swing open the doors, and ask to file a report where you see standing right there in front of you is the boutique owner herself, handcuffed and posing for a mugshot. Holy shit! But actually, your personal story of justice isn't over. It's just beginning. Welcome to the chaos. Oh, hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the dark waters of the Suspool, the place where everything and everyone is sus, maybe even us. Come on in, the water's fine. Welcome back, Suspirians. It is time to reactivate your dusty Facebook accounts and grab a warm glass of milk or wine, because today's story will have you crying like a keyboard warrior getting confronted in real life.
Well, John, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was that person that you commented under. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy world. But I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you?
If you're new here, welcome to my second channel. On my main channel, Swoop, I do full-length deep dive documentaries, and over here, we dip. We skinny dip into the dark waters of the cesspool where honestly everything is unhinged, okay? So welcome to the chaos, most of it is in my brain. If you're into mind-bending, dark, twisted tales, subscribe to this channel, bring a towel, tell your friends, and go ahead and send the like button a friend request on Facebook, and when she approves you, start tagging her in all the bad photos that she's taken over the years just to show what a good friend you are.
We focus on building technology so people can interact with each other.
Huge thank you to everyone who has been hyping these videos and helping us grow this community. It's a little feature that you'll have. You'll see a little hype button and you can press to hype it and it helps us grow. And actually, when I look at the back end data, over 35% of you who regularly watch these videos week after week aren't subscribed, and you might actually think you do. I get so many comments from people saying that you thought you were subscribed, so please do double check and hit subscribe and turn on notifications. It is the free and easy way to support the work that I do here and help us to grow. You can also, of course, join our Patreon community for the free newsletter and also for exclusive access to 4 more videos per month. That's 4 more exclusive, uncensored, unfiltered videos per month. Plus, you'll get the entire back catalog of videos that are only available on Patreon. So be sure to check that out and also join our free newsletter. We just hit over 4,000 members on Patreon, and I'm so excited about our Patreon. Okay, Suspirians, real quick before we dip, can I make a confession? Like, I don't know about you, but I've been having a hard time sticking to some of my wellness goals. Like, yes, I want to eat balanced meals. I want to stay energized. I want to make choices that support my health, but sometimes the day gets away from me, and y'all don't even get me started with trying to find the time to do grocery shopping, the meal planning, the cooking, the cleanup. Honey, I am so exhausted. But as they say, it's never too early or too late to start your wellness journey. Thanks to Factor. So a huge thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video. They've been such a wonderful supporter of our community. I've literally been eating Factor like every month for years now, and Factor has truly helped me stay consistent with real nourishing meals without adding more stress to my day. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals straight to your door that are ready in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's it. That's literally faster than it takes me to decide what I even want to eat half the time. And what I love most is that Factor focuses on flavor-first wellness. They have a massive menu with over 100 plus rotating weekly options, from meals and salads to breakfast, shakes, and more, all crafted for great taste and nutrition. And Factor now has double the seafood and double the protein options compared to last year, which is incredible. And many of their meals are packed with 30 grams of protein or more. Plus, there are 20 new ready-to-eat salads and grain bowls inspired by Sakara. And honestly, the best part is the unmatched convenience. I don't have to overthink it. I don't have to cook after a long day. I can skip the prep and the cleanup. I just heat it up for 2 minutes, and I know I'm making balanced meal choices with real food and real ingredients that actually support my wellness goals. Factor's meals are made without refined seed oils, refined sugars, or artificial colors or sweeteners. And the food, honey, delicious. Mwah. Like, I had the most delicious barbecue meatballs and cauliflower mash with bacon, green beans, and onions one night, and smoky chicken and stewed black beans with chicken andouille and veggie medley the next. And oh my gosh, it was so delicious. I literally have never had a bad meal with Factor. In all of the months and all of the years I've been eating Factor, every meal has been so good. And the fact that I can heat something up in just 2 minutes and feel like I'm eating a legit chef-crafted meal still blows my mind. I don't know how they do it, but I love that they do it. So friends, if you're ready to take the stress out of your meals and stay consistent with your wellness goals, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SWOOP2FB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code SWOOP2FB50, SWOOPTOOFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. And treat yourself, honey, you deserve it. Okay, strap on that swimsuit, grab your nose plugs, and let's dip in to the cesspool. So odds are you don't remember all the cute little clothes that you were dressed in as a baby or toddler, but I can almost guarantee at least one of your parents does, and what might stand out in their memory is how often they had to upgrade your wardrobe as you outgrew your fits quicker than Timothée Chalamet could say goodbye to his Oscar chances thanks to his opera and ballet situation. And yes, I finally got his name right there. Very proud of myself.
I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore.
The subject of today's Suspool is a woman who capitalized on that very parental need for bigger and bigger sizes as the child grows, but ended up facing bigger and bigger consequences after scamming countless parents out of nearly $100,000 and counting.
And here's some small town drama. Stop scrolling, because this is how a boutique in Belton, South Carolina scammed me and others for over $30,000 and counting.
Meet Pamela Brooke Schrantz, founder of a South Carolinian, what would it be? Carolinian? Y'all tell me in the comments. She has a children's boutique in South Carolina called Thomas and Turner, which, it doesn't make sense to me either, but here we are. Before being labeled the boutique bandit, yes, things are so bad she got a whole criminal nickname, but before her boutique bandit days, Brooke ran her baby clothing business like any other millennial momtrepreneur by being chronically online, where she would post about dressing the community's kids through song and dance.
Very cutesy, very mindful, very cutesy, very cutesy.
Now, from 2021 to 2024, things seem to be going just fine for Brooke's baby clothes tycoon arc. She'd post the cute outfits her clients' kids were wearing, mix in a few trendy TikTok dances to promote the shop, and business was baby booming.
Give me some more. Hey, how are you? Just let me know if you have any questions about anything.
She wasn't necessarily viral online by any means. Well, not at the time, but who needs virality when you're beloved by the moms of Anderson County, South Carolina?
And package my Thomas and Turner haul with me.
Her company TikTok bio describes her as, quote, half boutique owner, half unhinged. Ship happens, which I'm not even gonna lie. Ship happens, like you're shipping. This is pretty funny. Okay, I'll give her that. That's pretty funny. I don't know if she came up with it, but it's pretty funny. And yeah, ship certainly did happen. After everything that's come out, a more accurate bio might be full grifter, full unhinged. Suspool happens. So, you can use that one, Brooke, free of charge. Because if I charge you for it, you might take it and scam me anyways.
Should we do something?
Just let her tire herself out.
Now, everything changed towards the end of 2025 when a coalition of dissatisfied customers started comparing notes and realized that almost all of their pre-orders were never delivered, and the products they did receive looked nothing like how they were advertised online. It was literally like boutique versus the Temu version.
When I made that comment, she deleted me off the VIP page and she blocked me on her personal page. And this has happened to a multitude of people.
This is what they ordered. Note that it is $27 for bamboo Santa pajamas. They have Santa with a bunch of lights on them, okay? ETA November, it's mid-December, whatever. At least people are finally getting them, right? Wrong. This is what people are getting in the mail. They're not bamboo, as you can see. They're actually just cotton and spandex. They are very cheaply made, very poor quality, and they're like plaid Santa. So you're like, what in the world? Did she send the wrong thing?
See, somewhere along the way while scaling her small business, Brooke decided to lean heavily into pre-orders for special product launches. Nothing wrong with pre-orders. A lot of businesses do that. But she even created a VIP Facebook group where loyal customers could order items months before they're released to the general public. But the private group, which currently has over 7,000 members, had some really strange group rules surrounding pre-orders and refunds, like some sort of baby burping cult.
The hardest part about going after you is that everybody here genuinely loves you, and you are so good at deflecting.
For VIP pre-orders, she wrote, and I quote, ETA, these dates are just that, estimated. Please keep in mind that while we strive to have your items to you on or before the ETA, we cannot promise or guarantee this. Therefore, we will not issue a refund for an item being late if it was due to something beyond our control, which already sounds a little risky. And it's a little strange for pre-orders because typically if you're buying something like weeks weeks or months in advance, there is plenty of time to know exactly how and when something is being fulfilled, right? You collect all the pre-orders and then you go into the fulfillment for most people. It's literally the name, pre-order. No one's going to just give you their money without a guarantee, I don't think, but that's what Brooke was counting on.
Money, please.
I'm sorry. I don't have any.
Are you joking right now?
I'm a little baby.
No, you're a full-grown man.
I'm a baby. I have no money.
Now, leading up to the 2025 holiday season, negative reviews started absolutely Suspool flooding the Thomas and Turner Facebook page, like a little Suspool aquifer had opened up on Mark Zuckerberg's billion-dollar land grab. Customers accused Brooke of criminal activity for never sending out pre-order products. Yeah, don't play with these moms from South Carolina, or literally moms anywhere. Leave moms alone. Give them the products and then move on. Now, one of the first negative reviews claimed, quote, has stolen, yes, I said stolen, roughly $300 of my money on items that I never got. And there's another quote that says, haven't received multiple orders, haven't received refunds that were promised 4 months ago. And one reviewer blatantly wrote, quote, stop scamming people out of money. Then came the TikTok chatter. Because we all know that where there are a gaggle of mothers gathering together on Facebook, there are internet sleuths growing over to TikTok. And so with the TikTok chatter, that sort of sealed Brooke's fate of being absolutely cooked in a way that you are not even prepared for where this story is going. So the first online video posted by a concerned customer came from Kristen Metcalf on December 9th, warning potential new customers and reporting about the collective amount of money missing.
I bought Christmas outfits from Thomas & Turner back in, I would say, like May and June. And they were about $300 for all the outfits I bought, with an estimated time arrival between August, September, and October. It's December now. I don't have those items and I have zero communication as to where they are they going to be here, a refund or anything. Thomas & Turner actually says that they do not offer refunds even on things not received, and that is illegal. So once I started speaking about this and a lot of us got together, we were realizing that this has happened a lot over I would say the past 4 years or so. I've seen her be extremely rude to people in comments and emails. But all this being said, when we all got together and started talking about it, we realized there are $26,000 worth of missing items we have not received.
A few days later, Emily Hollingsworth posted a screenshot on Facebook showing that Brooke had rejected her Venmo request for a $570 refund to cover missing items and a missing gift card, which honestly, I didn't even really stop to think that I guess you could just straight up decline a Venmo request. The shade of it all. Now, Emily wrote, quote, I don't know how people sleep at night knowing that you owe somebody $570. I really don't know how people sleep at night knowing that you owe people over $40,000. Now, I will just take a little presumption here. I will tell you how she sleeps, Emily. And I say this with as much disdain as I know you feel. I have a feeling that she sleeps on bamboo silk sheets that she bought with the money that she stole from you. And yes, I hate it here too.
Back to counting me money. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, as the total amount of stolen money continued to climb and moms began rallying together online, one mom from South Carolina and a teacher, Catherine Hinsman, led the charge. She posted a TikTok that took awareness of Brooke's alleged grift to the next level, racking up over 2 million views. Let's watch. Now, she gets straight to the point and speaks kind of quickly, so we're just gonna jump right in here.
I've been shopping there for over 3 years since before my daughter was born. At the beginning, it was great. So it's a children's boutique with pre-orders. So you order something and it comes months later. Well,
that's the other thing that gets me is like these pre-orders, they wait months for it. And that's a sign of very devoted, loyal customers and fans of the product to be willing to wait that long. And so to take advantage of that is just wild.
At the beginning, you were always getting your items. It was no big deal. Well, over the past year or so, I've noticed that all of the items that I've been getting are way past the ETA. So they were supposed to be here in like March. I wouldn't get them until like June or August.
Wild. That's like just, and no explanation given to them whatsoever is crazy.
I, thank goodness, started really slowing down on my ordering. I rarely ordered anything. And then I noticed that I had ordered something that was supposed to be here in like February, and I realized in like May or June that it hasn't come at all.
That's like, you're talking what, 4 months or so? Like, what do you, like, you have one job, Brooke, you have one job. Take the orders, send the products, customer service, do all the things. And you have months to do this, pre-orders. You have all this time to get all of your shit together.
So I reached out to Brooke, I emailed her. I had to email her no less than 10 times to finally get a response. And her response is that it's her store policy that they don't do refunds. So
Unbelievable. What do you mean you don't do refunds? You also don't send the product, and you need to send the product. Or you better give a refund.
Even though I never got the item, I can't have a refund. I can have store credit. Well, there's actually a federal law that says if you don't get your item, you have to be offered a refund. But Brooke doesn't care because store policy apparently trumps federal law.
See, I'm telling you, these Facebook moms, look at the intensity. Look at the intensity of this lovely lady. She is on it. She's like, well, actually, here's what the law says. Section code, you fucked up. You fucked with the wrong mom, okay? Unbelievable to just be like, oh no, I'm not sending you product and I don't give you the refund because that's our policy. Like, as if you saying something is policy means shit, okay? There's a whole lot of policy going around this country and it doesn't mean shit.
So whatever. I mean, I had emailed over and over again. At that point, I finally just got the store credit.
It sounds like Brooke had concepts of a refund plan.
Because I'm tired of wasting so much energy on this. So I have store credit. So, well, then the cycle continues. I try to order something else. Well, that thing hasn't come yet either. It was supposed to be here months ago. I've emailed over and over and over again with no response. But the thing about Brooke is that she has a Facebook group page. That's how she gets all of her business. And if you comment anything negative, she deletes you.
See, I understand a business, like if they have the ability to remove some negative thing where somebody's on some bullshit, right? They're trashing the company and they don't have anything like legitimate to say, legitimate criticism or complaint about the company. You know, sometimes that happens, or trolls or whatever. That's one thing. But like, you're literally not sending the products. And what do you mean she still purchased something from you to try to see if it'll get cleared up and you still don't send it and then you just are deleting the comments? That's too much.
She deletes you and blocks you from the group. So nobody sees the comment, and she is on top of those comments. So she deletes them before anybody else can see them.
Like, what is the purpose here? I get it. The purpose is to steal money from innocent people. But like, why is that what you want to be doing with your life? I don't get that. Why is that what you want to be doing with your life?
She also has her settings set to where you can't comment certain words like order and update and refund. If you try to comment anything with those words, your comment gets declined before it's even posted.
You literally can't even comment about your order. So you literally couldn't even comment like, I just received my order and it's amazing, because you'll immediately get deleted. That's so unhinged.
So because of that, I didn't realize how bad things were. And I don't think many people did either. We knew we weren't getting many of our orders. We knew that things were slower. We didn't realize how bad it was.
It's wild. And like, you might be tempted to think in these situations of like, you feel like maybe you're the only one, you know? And so you're just like, okay, well, I guess I didn't get through. And you don't realize until you realize, you know, you don't realize until you manage to get some post through somewhere. And then someone else is like, hey, she's going through that too. I went through that. So there's two of us. Are there more of us? And that's how this starts to spiral. So Brooke's initial response to all the backlash descended her into the depths of the Suspool, like a Houdini magic trick gone very, very wrong. She posted a statement from the company's supposed chief financial officer, who many people believe is completely AI generated. So I guess the chat financial GPT officer, I don't know what to call it, but they basically were claiming that they were conducting a full financial audit of Thomas and Turner and blaming third-party payment processors, all while using, you know, this vague kind of grifter style language, saying things like, and I quote, Brooke does not access company funds without authorization, and all operational decisions are being reviewed as part of a comprehensive recovery plan. That's a bullshit. Okay, can we just call it what it is? Can we call it what it is? You are some bullshit, okay? Brooke's bullshit.
So a week ago, Brooke posted this now deleted post in her Facebook group, pause to read. The funny thing is, no one ever knew anything about this girl working for Brooke, and no one knew where this obviously ChatGPT created post came from. And this part is alleged, but from what I hear from multiple trustworthy sources, this Brittany girl didn't even graduate high school, so I'm not really sure what qualifies her to be a CFO and audit a company, but that's neither here nor there.
The owner of this boutique is someone who literally has zero accountability for what she has done. I've seen it for years. She blames everybody around her but herself. And now it looks like she stole $26,000 of our dollars, okay? Not just in South Carolina. There's a girl in Kentucky that I've seen, and Texas. So I'm sure there's Georgia. I'm sure there's many other places, but I know those 2 places specifically.
Now, what was particularly sinister about Brooke's shit, I mean, her pre-order cycle of sus, was that she kept customers waiting just long enough for them to lose eligibility to file a credit card dispute. This is so diabolical.
Because they're pre-orders, if you don't get them, you can't dispute the charge with your bank, because most banks have like a 60-day window that you can dispute a charge. Well, if you pay for it in March when it's ordered and you're supposed to get it in June, but you never get it, by the time you realize you're not gonna get it, it's past the 60-day mark. PayPal, you can only dispute for 180 days. So all of this is way past the time for us to be able to dispute it. So basically at this point, we're out all of this money.
Now, there weren't too many moms who were willing to make TikToks, understandably, but there were hundreds who were already logged in to the Millennial Moms Most Read book, the Facebook. And with moms everywhere working together to connect the dots, they started a new Facebook support group where victims were able to corroborate their claims, organize and mobilize. Again, hell hath no fury like a wine mom scammed and scorned, okay? Now, I love the energy for that. I love this. I hate that they got scammed, but I love that they got together. You know what I mean? It's like, it's power.
On Facebook, Mason helped create a Thomas and Turner support group. It has over 2,000 members. She claims the support group shows there are thousands upon thousands of unfulfilled purchases.
Now, I gotta say, okay, just bring it in. I gotta say, it was only a matter of time before someone finally took it out of the cesspool and into the police station. Susan, you already know. You already know what I'm about to say, okay? I think it's time we hit the grifter gong. Maybe a few times.
We figured out that she owes us over $40,000, and that number just continues to go up. But Brooke continues to go on business as usual at Thomas & Turner. She even alleges that she's shipping items out. But who knows if that's actually true, because she obviously has a stash of pictures that she just reposts over and over again. Here's a picture that she posted in 2023, and then again in 2024. Same exact picture.
Okay, it's time to find your land legs, Suspirians, because the cesspool is about to run for the hills.
These are their stories.
On December 31st, less than 2 weeks after Catherine posted her first video, Fairfield County Sheriff's Office released a public statement on Facebook. Yes, on Facebook. See the irony? And I love that for her. Announcing the following, quote, investigators from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office met with a Fairfield County magistrate and presented the facts of the case. Based on the information provided, an arrest warrant was issued for Pamela Brooke Schrantz, owner of Thomas & Turner Boutique, on the charge of obtaining goods under false pretenses in violation of South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 16-13-240. You're fucked. Okay, that's the end of the code. 240 fucked.
Just months ago, Thomas & Turner Boutique was voted the best children's store in Belton by the community. Now, it's at the center of a scam investigation.
Thomas & Turner offers some ready-to-ship clothes, but Kristen Metcalf says most of what she and others bought were pre-ordered items, paid for months before they were expected to be delivered. But according to Metcalf and dozens of other people online, their packages of fall and winter clothes never came.
When I realized there were so many people with orders that weren't coming in, I was like, okay, like something's going on that's bigger than just me.
According to the legal website Justia in South Carolina, is it how you say it? Justia? I'm going with Justia. In South Carolina, obtaining money with the intent to cheat or defraud for an amount under $2,000 carries a potential sentence of, and I will quote, fined not more than $1,000 or imprisoned not more than 30 days. Now, Brooke was finally arrested for the first time on New Year's Day. Way to start. I mean, the New Year's resolutions. New Year's Day 2026, she's getting arrested. Could you imagine? She's over there, like, she's got her live, laugh, love sign hung up in the background. She's pouring a little glass of wine, bringing in the new year, her resolutions. This year, I'm really gonna do it up big. Instead of scamming people out of like 40 grand, I'm gonna go to like 100 grand, okay? I've got big plans for myself, okay? I'm gonna stay fit in the way that I just be declining those Venmo requests. Okay, I'm gonna work out my fingers, and I am doing it this year. It's my year. And of course, she gave us this beautiful, stunning, incredible mugshot. I just love that for you. Wonderful. 2026. You brought all of the energy. Okay, live, laugh, and learn to not be doing this shit.
Right now, a popular upstate business is at the center of a criminal investigation. The owner of Thomas & Turner Boutique is behind bars tonight.
Fairfield County investigators arrested Pamela Schwantz after someone there reported being scammed by her business. Our Maya Payton reports we're learning more people say they believe they're also victims.
Before the arrest, I heard from a number of people who were telling me about their experience with Thomas & Turner Boutique. After speaking with them, I made many attempts to reach the owner myself.
I asked her multiple times, Brooke, just give me my money. Just give me my money. You won't hear from me again. And she didn't.
So Brooke's first arrest warrant issued for one client's $111 was just the tip of the iceberg sticking out of the cesspool. $111 is a lot of money, but pales in comparison, not to diminish it, but in the overall grand scheme, it pales in comparison to the total amount that she was stealing overall. And this first arrest was a chance for her to make things right before it was too late. Anyone want to take a guess if she makes things right before it's too late? If you would guess that she doesn't, you would be right.
She lists her unfulfilled purchase items totaling $111. She says Brooke has since given her $44. But not the full amount.
So that warning would soon spiral into a multi-state Thelma and Louise style police chase, except for the ending. It's not that kind of story. But Catherine from TikTok was on the case, and we love her for it.
This right here is Brooke's charge. I know it says $1,000 or less. Obviously, we know it's way higher than that, but this arrest is based on one person's report in Fairfield County. She was released on bond today. She had a $1,000 bond. Based on this, it looks like she'll have court again in Fairfield County on February the 3rd. This is the post from yesterday from Fairfield Police. This is the day that she got arrested. So they are urging anybody who is also a victim of this to go to their local police station and file a report there.
Okay, so there's a little sticker comment at the top that says, man, I feel like I need to make a report for 3 orders. It sounds like they're saying that they believe they were scammed as well.
Do it. If you have been scammed by Thomas & Turner Boutique in Belton, South Carolina, call your police department and file a report. Do it today. It took me like 2 minutes. I didn't even have to go to the police department. All I did was call the non-emergency number, let them know that I needed to file a report because of a scam. They took my information. An investigator called me back like 3 minutes later.
I'm telling you right now, I want this woman on my team, okay? She gets shit done and she communicates it, and she's got that, just the forward, we're doing this. So this is what we're gonna do. This is the right thing. We're gonna get it done. And I really appreciate that she is educating, that she's posting this comment to help educate people, not just in this situation that she's in, but this empowers other people who have been scammed in other businesses and other things that are completely unrelated. If they see a video like this, then they can now understand, oh, going to the police over being scammed or some fraud is not this big scary thing that I might think that it is.
And the whole conversation took just a few minutes. I mean, it was a total less than 5 minutes of my time. The investigator let me know that they have been briefed on it because this is such a widespread thing. So they're getting everybody's information. They're working with other investigators, and they're trying to figure out kind of where to go since this is in so many different jurisdictions. These are posted by Fairfield County and also by Anderson County, where Thomas & Turner is actually located.
So I'm going to backtrack really quick to read a little bit of this post. It says, on December 26, 2025, the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office was notified by a resident who reported being the victim of a scam involving Thomas & Turner Boutique, a business located in Belton, blah, 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 blah. Deputies and investigators, just kind of skimming through this, collected all available information and initiated an investigation into the complaint. On December 31st, investigators from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office met with a county magistrate and presented the facts of the case. Based on the information provided, an arrest warrant was issued for Pamela Brooke Schwantz, the owner. Immediately following the issuance of the arrest warrant, the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office coordinated with the Sheriff's Office. Ms. Schwantz was taken into custody and transported to Anderson County Detention Center. She is currently in the process of being extradited to Fairfield County, where she will be formally charged. The County Sheriff's Office recognizes that the case is associated with the allegations made by numerous individuals, including claims circulated on social media platforms. Anyone who believes they may be a victim, blah, 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 reach out.
At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we'll ever get our money back, but if she is ordered to pay our money back, I want my name on that list.
Yeah.
And whether you're out $5 or $500, that's your money that you deserve to get back.
Yes.
It's the principal. And you know you've wasted way more than 5 minutes scrolling on TikTok today. So get off TikTok, call your police department, and file a report.
I like her.
Also encourage anybody.
The shade and the read. I know you were scrolling longer than that. Okay, girl. I know when you go to bed at night, you just be scrolling there. You're supposed to go to sleep. Girl, I see you. Or you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm just gonna check my email real quick. I'm just gonna check my email. That's all I'm gonna do. And then like an hour later, you're like, oh, what have I done?
Else who has been scammed by Brooke to file reports as well. The more reports we have, the better our case is. And for everybody else, I'm hoping we'll have some updates soon, and I will be sure to let you know.
Do not mess with the moms of Facebook, okay? There's something in the blood. They just built different, okay? They built different out here in these streets. Beware, okay? Susan's always watching, and so is this lady. Okay. As complaints started piling up, WYFF News 4 from South Carolina posted a questionable statement that, quote, says, if consumers check with the BBB, they likely would have seen the rating, and that could have an impact on their shopping decision. Now, listen, okay, I feel like I think I know what they're trying to say, and they're just trying to be like, do your due diligence before you shop with somebody. But also, like, okay, I'll be real. Thomas & Turner does have an F score on the Better Business Bureau, okay? That is a thing that exists in nature. However, the news station's statement came across to most people as victim blaming, especially when in today's world, online reviews and word of mouth marketing tend to stretch much farther than the Better Business Bureau, okay? The big bitch bureau over here. And like, quick sidebar, the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, is actually potentially a scam? Maybe? I don't know. At least with some of those reviews, okay? Some of those reviews, you're just looking at them, you're like, this is not real. This is not a human being. And then the responses, and so first of all, anyone can call, if you didn't know, anyone can call themselves a bureau. So like the BBB, it's a privately held company. It can be helpful to aggregate reviews, like an archaic version of Yelp, but it also allegedly extorts business owners by pressuring them to pay high membership fees just to maintain their standing, while accepting payments from just about anyone in exchange for rankings and letter grades. And also, like, I have encountered a company that was doing a massive scam, massive scam, and literally like 50 to 100 grand a pop per person that they were scamming. And it was this whole thing. And if you looked at their BBB, they have like glowing reviews. And if you report to the BBB, they don't do shit. Literally, they don't do shit about it. So Champion Inspect reported the following, quote, ABC News also found that a white supremacist website called Stormfront received an A+ rating. 2 companies were able to upgrade their C grades to A+ overnight by submitting their credit card numbers. Yeah, so a Facebook group full of passionate, honest moms is going to do way more, in my opinion, for people than the Better Business Bureau ever did.
But I'm not sure who the spokesperson was for the Better Business Bureau, but they obviously did not do their homework before talking to the news, because all of these complaints and the low rating happen after the scamming. So everybody's like, oh, if you would have checked the Better Business Bureau, it would have shown nothing, because this was a legitimate business for years before the scamming started. So this whole headline is incredibly inaccurate.
And Catherine Hinsman, our TikTok chief detective, filed her police report in January. And as that happened, word spread quickly. And Brooke, aka Pamela, aka the Boutique Bandit, faced her second arrest just 6 days after her first. First day's first, second arrest like the first. A feeling of swift karma that she'd get used to oh so very, very soon. Again, y'all, this story is so unhinged because we're just at the tip of it.
We have new details out of Easley this afternoon, where police say a business owner was arrested for a second time this month. Officials tell us Pamela Schrantz, the owner of Thomas & Turner Boutique, was taken into custody yesterday and has been charged with obtaining goods under false pretenses. Schrantz has been released on bond since. Authorities confirm investigations involving Schrantz are underway in at least 2 other jurisdictions. Last week, we reported how Schrantz was arrested in Anderson County and extradited to Fairfield County on similar charges related to Thomas & Turner Boutique. Anderson County detectives are now asking anyone who might be a victim to come forward and file a report.
Now, Catherine, I will say, was not happy that the bandit seemed to be smiling in her new mugshot. See, we got the shot here. I don't know. What do y'all think of this shot?
So she spent a whole hour and a half in jail. But hey, an arrest is an arrest. She got out on a $2,125 PR bond. She'll appear back in Pickens County on March 4th at 1:30 p.m. for court. And listen, I know I said I wasn't going to post any of her mugshots, and I truly meant it. But if you're going to smile in your mugshot, then obviously you have no remorse and you don't care if people see it. So here you go.
I don't know. After Brooke's second arrest and hour and a half in jail, I guess she felt a drop of remorse and sent out an email to customers talking about wanting to restate Thomas & Turner's customer policy to clear up any confusion. Oh yeah, honey, the confusion is clear. You're going to jail. And why do I say that? Well, because it turns out the content of that email actually broke even more laws.
Brooke states that orders that cannot be fulfilled are resolved through store credit only. But store policy does not override federal law or consumer protection rules. If an order is not fulfilled, a refund has to be offered. Here's the law if you want to fact check that. The bottom line is if you take my money and don't send me my item, you owe me a refund, not store credit. She also states that circumstances outside of her control equal store credit. But supplier problems are not the customer's responsibility. FTC rules say that internal or supplier issues do not excuse non-delivery, and the seller must refund if the customer does not agree to wait.
January was just the beginning of the shit storm for the sus queen of South Carolina. As February rolled around, she started racking up arrests and court dates like they were people's Labubu collections in an overconsumption rage.
Anderson County detectives within the Criminal Investigations Division say they are investigating at least 8 cases right now involving the boutique owner, Pamela Brooks Grants.
Detectives right now are really encouraging anyone who feels like they've been scammed by this boutique online to come forward, but then to report it within their own jurisdiction.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna just let some people out.
Now, I guess Brooke Schrantz's New Year's resolution was, again, reaping what she sowed, because over the course of February and into March, she was arrested more than a dozen times. A dozen meaning more than 12 times in over 5 counties, with her first court date on February 3rd.
Any guesses what she pled? Not guilty. How she could think she's not guilty when we have so much evidence stacked up against her is beyond me, but that is her right. So she will go to a jury trial at the end of the month. She is scheduled to appear in Pickens County, which is the second county that arrested her, on March 4th, where I assume she'll probably also plead not guilty.
Now, on February 6th, one of the most iconic days in this woman hunt, Brooke was arrested twice in the same fucking day. How does that even work? Like, not even that TikToker who got arrested like twice after posting her own thefts, you know, the Target thief we did a piece on, not even, she didn't even get arrested that fast. That is wild. How do you get arrested twice in the same day? Like, does Brooke post bail and then the same cop who like let her out of the jail cell, like just immediately as soon as she steps outside, then like the cop just starts reading her Miranda rights again? I don't even know how that works.
Breaking news in an upstate fraud investigation we've been following. According to new details, boutique owner Pamela Schrantz has been arrested a 4th time, the latest in connection to new charges in Easley. Right now, she's in custody at the Easley Detention Center awaiting a bond hearing. Police arrested her Thursday for a charge of obtaining property under false pretense. And that comes after Schrantz was arrested in Spartanburg County yesterday after 2 separate reports from victims regarding Thomas & Turner Boutique, owned by Schrantz. The boutique owner has now been arrested 4 times in connection to her business. So let's walk through some of those. The first happened back in December in Fairfield County, followed by an arrest in Easley last month. And then this week, arrests in Spartanburg County, and then Easley once again, that 4th time.
Now, like any good American contrapreneur, trademark, Brooke tried her best to continue business as usual while being dragged through criminal prosecution, posting on the Thomas & Turner Facebook page in an attempt to garner some sympathy, and I'm guessing stop anyone else from coming forward. Here's a quote: "Some things are bigger than the noise. This tradition was built with intention and love. My mama didn't raise a woman who quits. She raised one who shows up, does the work, and keeps going no matter the season. Love and miss you, mama." That is a wild, wild statement to make by evoking, I guess, trying to get sympathy for her mom. I don't know if her mom had passed, but that's just like, it's like unhinged. It's unhinged, like Taylor, Franke, Paul posting online and like responding to people's TikToks while all of these accusations have been like literally going everywhere and The Bachelor being canceled and all that stuff. Like, it's just like, what is happening? And like, again, to Brooke's post, I don't know that I would consider multiple crimes noise, but I have to applaud her creative spin. Maybe she can sell shirts with her mugshots on them too. Look, pull up the mugshot again. Here's the mugshot. Can we see this on a t-shirt? Or put it on like one of the baby's onesies. The moment I said that out loud, I was like, oh no, don't do something like that. But, you know, we can jest now. Now, Brooke really tried milking the sympathy and shared this video alongside her post about her mom.
I do it now in memory of my mom. She passed away in 2008. I was 12, and when we grew up together, I'm gonna cry, I'm sorry all, but we always did yard sales, and we went to every jockey lot in the state of North Carolina and South Carolina, and that's what I grew up doing, was picking, as they call it. And she always said, hey Brooke, you know, there's no need to like go buy full price stuff. People sell their new stuff for half price. She's like, you just gotta find the deals, Brooke. You just gotta find the deals.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just like, I don't know, tell it to the judge, girl.
You need a therapist.
Do you have a therapist?
I did, but he said I didn't need it anymore.
That never happened.
On February 9th, the Anderson County Sheriff's Department spilled some major tea on their Facebook group. Love that again. Police stations having a social media presence is one of the most underrated features basically existing in the 21st century. It's also very, very unhinged. They'll always have more tea than anyone. It's kind of like, I don't know. Is it genius? It's wild. And so this time the tea was felony flavored. So they posted the following, quote, a lengthy investigation has led to a felony arrest of a local boutique owner accused of scamming now more than 50 customers within Anderson County. Detectives have charged Pamela Brooke Schrantz, who goes by Brooke, with the felony charge of breach and obtaining property under false pretenses after scamming Anderson County victims out of more than $10,000.
Brooke has been arrested 6 times. Brooke charged in Abbeville County is the same as the other ones, obtaining goods under false pretenses, but this one is another felony. So this one is over $2,000, which makes it felony level. So to recap, the first 4, which was Fairfield County, Easley City, Spartanburg County, Easley City, all of those 4 were misdemeanor charges, which is under $2,000. Then she got arrested in Anderson County, which is a felony charge over $10,000. And then Abbeville County today, another felony over $2,000.
Now, a recording of Brooke's felony bond hearing was leaked on Facebook, of course, where she can be seen appearing to, I don't know, maybe roll her eyes during one of the victim statements to the judge. So yeah, Boutique Bandit is fitting, but maybe she's also the petty prisoner.
I shopped with her, I supported her, I represented her brand and even trusted her enough to allow her to buy a kitten from me right before this all blew up. What has been the hardest for me is not just the financial loss, but the complete lack of accountability.
Now, one commenter even said the following, quote, I think she has on that blouse I paid her for. That is so wild. Can you imagine? Oh, Brooke, you were busy. Now, speaking of comments, actually, let's just take a minute to look at some of these hilariously poignant comments that have just basically littered her Instagram page since all of her arrests started going down. And yes, this section of the Suspool does count towards college credit at Petty University. There are lots of photos and GIFs of prison-related content and people saying things like, you know, cutest little jailbird you ever did see. Someone was even generous enough to offer her some sound business advice, saying, quote, hey, you can always try to scam prisoners. My gosh. Yeah, okay, anyways, back to the arrest timeline. On January 11th, the same day of her 7th arrest, yes, 7, Brooke appeared in court where she was granted a $5,000 personal reconnaissance bond, and the judge is definitely up to date on the tea, so let's watch. Okay, let's take a look at a little bit of this.
Good afternoon, I'm Judge Brownlee. I'm going to be conducting a bond hearing on you this afternoon. Miss Pamela Brooks, pronounce your last name for me.
Schrantz.
Schrantz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, we in the South now. We in the South Carolina with these accents. I love it.
I've been trying to pronounce it. You know what? I just tell her to pronounce it for me. Schrantz. Okay.
This judge being real nice, real professional, real nice. We're just here. We're going to go over the things, and that's a good sign of a fair judge, et cetera, et cetera.
But I'm going to say Miss Pamela because I may butcher it at the end anyway, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right. You have your attorney present today, Attorney Joy Davis. Welcome again.
I love how a judge is like, I may butcher your name, I may mispronounce it, so I'm just going to call you Pamela. Like, it's literally just like, we're not here to waste each other's time, okay? Like, I'm here, you're here, we got to deal with this. I love that a judge is like, I may mispronounce You know, sometimes some of y'all be in the comments get on me about some pronunciations here and there, and I don't care. Sometimes I do. Timothy Chalamet. Ooh, I got it right at the very end, towards the end of that piece, okay? I know that I said his name wrong all of the time because there's something in my brain that puts the L in the M, and it's just like, no, it's Chalamet. Chalamet is Chalamet, but I always say Chalamet, and I also just don't care. And it just got funnier as that piece went along, especially on Patreon. It just gets funnier and funnier every time I mispronounce it. But anyways, even judges mispronounce it, they don't care. Moving on.
Attorney Davis, I report. Everywhere I have a little tick mark, I'd like for you to sign your rights form. Attorney, you may look at this and review it. I'm sure you're familiar with this, you know, with everything on here. So the first form, you're going to sign that, and I have a carbon clock up under here, so press down so I can go through. And your next one is going to be your initial court appearance date. And that's scheduled, like I said, for May the 8th at 9 o'clock, and I have everything highlighted on that. I took into consideration.
So they're just going through, like, you know, these court formalities and scheduling and all of that type of thing, and you can just see her sitting there in her Crocs.
Of the investigator also, and I made my decision to set her bond at $5,000. And this is a personal recognizance bond. I am going to release on her own recognizance.
Personal recognizance bond. Just to give a little like a background, a PR bond is a personal recognizance PR bond, which allows an arrested individual to be released from jail without paying bail. It's kind of based on their written promise to appear in court. So it's a, you know, like a signature bond, often granted to what's considered low risk defendants with strong community ties and like a clean record and no threat to public safety. So just so you understand what's going on.
And the condition that I'm placing upon her, that she must abide by. You must appear in court on May the 8th, 2026 at 9 o'clock. You must have no contact with the victims directly or indirectly. You must keep the peace and must not get arrested while out on bond.
That's interesting that she's like, you must not have contact with the victims directly or indirectly. And I'm very curious if there's any legal brains in the chat right now. How do you define indirect contact? Because when she's posting on, she continues to like post on her store's like Facebook page and social media stuff. And obviously victims see those postings. Is that considered indirect contact of them? I'm so curious about that.
Other than if you have more charges forthcoming from this same incident, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, give me your physical address.
So on February 13th, she appeared, that was Friday the 13th, wasn't it? Ooh. Ooh, she was on Friday the 13th. She appeared at another courthouse where the judge granted her yet another $4,250 bond and literally had to ask whether the scheduled court date conflicted with any of her other court appearances, which, oh, girl.
All right, Ms. Scott, you were charged with 2 counts of obtaining goods under false pretenses. You have an initial court date of March 25th, 2026, 10 a.m. Just out of curiosity, are you aware if that conflicts with any other court cases you have?
What was the date again, sir?
March 25th, 2026?
It does not.
It does not, okay. That'll be your first appearance opportunity. You show up to court. It's just going to be an opportunity to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty.
Imagine having to check your Google Calendar to see if your court dates conflict with each other. But let's remember, this is the boutique bandit we're dealing with. So it's, you know, it's giving booked and busy, honey.
Booked and busy, honey. That's right. I'm booked and busy.
So while Brooke was busy, you know, driving to the courthouse, police station, another courthouse, a plane, no sleep, she somehow found time to keep things seeming as normal as possible over on her Facebook page, trying to drive more sales and keep the important conversation going. Like making a post asking for Netflix recommendations. You literally can't make this shit up. The only explanation I can come up with for why she hasn't just completely gone silent is that this scam, business, is her primary source of income, and these lawyer fees and bond prices aren't cheap. She might literally be trying to offload her inventory to pay for all of this. Now, thankfully, in another rendition of The Internet Never Disappoints, people were dropping some great Netflix recommendations under that post. You know, they got like Den of Thieves, How to Catch a Thief, Inventing Anna.
We really don't have time for this.
What else are you lying about? Who the f are you?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
I'd personally recommend Orange is the New Black for an educational element.
I have a wife. What? A prison wife. Her name is Crazy Eyes, and she follows me everywhere. That really happens? Jeez.
So as February marched on and, 6 more weeks of winter were upon us, Brooke Schrontz faced an increasing pile of arrests that sunk her further and further down into the Suspool to depths yet to be explored by Susan and her purple submarine.
Here's your update on Thomas and Turner. Brooke was just arrested for the 9th time in Richland County. The charge was the same as it was in all the other counties. It was the receiving goods under false pretenses.
February 9th marked Brooke's 9th arrest, and the next day, February 20th, marked her 10th. Can you imagine? Again, one time she gets arrested twice in the same day, and now she's getting arrested one day, and then the very next day she's getting arrested again. And so that's number 10, which is most definitely a record for the Suspool. But what about a record for South Carolina? So I looked into the South Carolina arrest record history, and she might be the second most arrested person in the entire state's history. And that's only behind Alexander Dickey, a convicted murderer who was arrested 39 times before finally being put away for good. Now, the news station that had been covering the chronicles of the boutique bandit made a point to use this outrageous opportunity to promote another local kids apparel shop. What we got, Fox Carolina. Ooh, that sounds like that's like a good drag name, Fox Carolina. I can see it. Okay.
Even though Brooke Schrontz was arrested here in Greenwood for the 10th time, she's still trying to sell clothes online. And now some other boutique owners are saying what's happened is simply unbelievable.
There were so many customers that have been taken advantage of. And to me, that is unfathomable.
10 arrests in less than 2 months.
Look at this, the shade. They have every photo, every single photo lined up here. The absolute shade. And I'm just gonna say, the glam just keeps glamming, okay? she is serving some looks, honey. She's got some looks going on. Ooh, the bob is bobbing and weaving, just the way she was trying to bob and weave out of these charges. They got her, okay? The bob didn't get you out of this one, girl.
It's raising alarms among other boutique owners in Greenwood.
That is unbelievable, and it's just so disheartening that had to happen.
Before Friday's arrest in Greenwood, Schrontz was also arrested in Richland County on Thursday. The Greenwood police chief says Schrontz now faces 3 counts of breach of trust with fraudulent intent.
3 counts, breach of trust, fraudulent intent. She's out here scamming, deceiving, lying with the intent to defraud people, and so many people. And I just have to feel like, as frustrating as this must be for the victims, and as angry and upsetting, disappointing, concerning, stressful as I would imagine this has been for them, I hope that they feel some type of justice. I hope they get their money back, but nothing's going to pay them back for all of the time and stress that they've had to endure through this process, which is their time is valuable. I mean, they're moms, my gosh, their time is very, 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 very valuable. And I feel like, I hope that this gives them some type of, validation, vindication, just some type of goodness in their body, seeing some actual justice playing out here.
He was given a $6,000 bond. Schrontz is the owner of Thomas and Turner Boutique, and even though she's been in and out of jail, she's still active on social media.
Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. It's literally when I think about this, I'm literally thinking about Taylor, Franke, Paul with this whole bachelorette thing that just exploded everywhere, and the video of her and the violence and the child. That's a whole other story and situation that is just so, so, so dark and tragic. And seeing that Taylor, Franke, Paul is literally posting still on TikTok and talking about, well, I've still got work, so I'm still going to work, is just, it blows my mind, because there's literally all of these allegations everywhere now. The press is all over it. Everyone's covering it. The Bachelorette just canceled the season, or at least delayed it. We'll see if they ever try to revive it. But to be posting during this time just seems so bizarre to me, because anything that you post literally will be scooped up and discussed everywhere and probably used against you at some point in time. And it's just wild that Brooke is out here just posting as if like business as usual. I'm just gonna get some customers and what? Were you gonna scam some new people? What is this?
You can see she was marketing products earlier this month. Her store was even voted Best Children's Clothing Store in the 2025 Best of Your Hometown Awards. But many people claim they placed and paid for orders they never received. Other boutique owners like Sandy McLean.
What a cute shop. I don't know if you're in the area, but that looks like a cute shop. And I have a feeling that she's probably not going to scam you. I mean, you could literally have the product there and you could just swipe your card at the checkout and leave with your product. It's a cute little shop.
Boutique, worry cases like this one are hurting the reputation of boutique owners across the state.
We just do not want one bad apple to ruin the rest of the bunch.
She is so Southern. That is so cute. We don't want one bad apple to ruin the best of the bunch. The rest of the bunch. Very cute.
We have the most loyal, amazing customers ever, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that you receive the inventory that you purchase. That is how most all boutiques will operate.
McLean has owned Sugar for nearly 2 decades.
I love that she's getting this promotion out of this.
And is now left doubling down to earn customer trust.
I named it Sugar because I want to have the sweetest customer service around. Our customers are everything.
Come on. Sugar for the sweetest customer. She know what she's doing, okay? I don't know if she's online as well, but good for you.
Clearly, they're the reason we're here.
I love that. She's got a good energy. So Brooke's arrest warrants were being issued so rapidly that police officers reportedly had to wait in line for their turn to arrest her for the 11th time.
Well, Justin, it's hard to believe, but for the 11th time, Brooke Schrontz was booked. The Cherokee County Sheriff's Office says they secured arrest warrants last week, but they actually had to wait for other agencies to get her into custody finally today.
I don't know if it's just me, but did she start doing glam for her mugshots? Has she had a mugshot glow up?
A boutique owner here in South Carolina has been arrested for the 11th time this year. This is Brooke Schrontz in a mugshot from her most recent arrest.
Now, I kid you not, dear Suspirians. On her 12th arrest, what are we doing? 12th. She has been arrested 12 times. Literally only Father Christmas can compete with that, okay? On the 12th day of Brookmas, my warden gave to me 12 arrests for fraud felony. That was really hard for me to do. If y'all saw the number of times that I tried to sing that, I'm gonna have, editor, can you play back a little tape of me doing that? Because it was terrible. On the 12th day of Brookmas, my warden game. On the 12th day of Brook, 12 arrests for... I can't even do this, y'all. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. And honestly, neither could everyone else in the media who was blown away. Not since men started buying podcast equipment have we seen such audacity. Fox Carolina posted a headline that said, quote, booked by the dozen. Seriously, brooked was right there. Brooked by the dozen is how I would have written that, but who cares? Brooked by the dozen. SC boutique owner arrested for the 12th time.
Altogether, she's facing almost 20 charges, a mix of obtaining goods under false pretenses and breach of trust.
Now, one person made a really important point in the comments on Facebook, pointing out that, quote, she did it. Now we have a calendar, meaning 12 times. You got the 12 months. I've been waiting for this time to make a calendar. Suspirians, should we make a calendar? I've already got the mock-ups made, okay? Look, we've got all of the months of the year. Listen, we can count down, okay? She literally got arrested on New Year's Day. What do you mean we're not making a 2026 calendar? So here it is. All its unnecessary glory. Okay, back to being professional. What am I talking about? This is a Suspool. Who cares? We'll save that for the main channel. But also, I gotta pull this back up again. This calendar, it could really be the perfect way to keep track of all of your court dates. I'm just saying it could be the perfect thing. And oh wait, hold up. I just got a little message. Oh, what's this? While I'm filming this, it seems like she was just arrested for the 13th time. Should we go for a 14th? Is she going for a 14th? If she went for a 14th, I'll put it in the pin somewhere. But wait, hold on a second. So should the calendar have 1 month that's 2 pictures, or should we use one of them side by side? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so she was arrested for a 13th time, okay?
Well, the first alert for you tonight, a Belton boutique owner arrested again.
This is now her 13th arrest in nearly 9 weeks. You can see all 13 of those mugshots right there.
Now, speaking of products to sell, it turns out that she's actually listed her entire business, the esteemed Thomas & Turner Boutique. She's listed it for sale. Get this. I'm trying to get through this. Take one guess. I'm gonna give you one guess as to where she's listed this for sale. Okay, you get the 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, a Facebook Marketplace. Okay, Facebook fucking Marketplace. She has listed this. Look at this Facebook Marketplace. I'm selling this is too much. Oh, this is too much, honey. Girl, what's going on?
We did some digging and found the boutique storefront listed on Facebook Marketplace with an asking price of $250,000. The company overseeing the listing is McCoy Wright Commercial Real Estate. We actually found the listing on their website too. According to property records, Schranz has owned the property since 2022.
And you know what? I don't know, man. I've been wanting to invest in some property in Belton, South Carolina. So I sent a message to see if it was in fact available, and I got a response back within literally 15 seconds. So maybe we can open like a cesspool, like public pool for swimming / hybrid cat sanctuary. It would also be a great place to sell all of our calendars.
Can you make hundreds of dollars by simply reselling a $1 calendar? Let's find out.
And like one brave reporter even went up to the door and knocked.
We stopped by Brooke Schrantz's Belton boutique earlier. We talked to people in the parking lot who said they saw Schrantz go inside the store. When we walked up, the business had its curtains shut and the door locked. I knocked several times, waited, and knocked again. I stood outside the store for a few minutes, but no one ever came to the door.
Ugh, wow. She said, do not disturb mode is on, honey.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Now, even though this cesspool has spiraled so far out of control with 13 arrests and likely more to come, it's important to remember that each of those arrests represent a real person who was scammed out of their hard-earned money by Brooke. And that's really just a fraction of the victims. They said, at least 50 victims. Now, while it might seem easier or more convenient for the state's attorney general to step in and pursue like one large fraud charge, that isn't what's happening and likely won't. And also, I don't know the inner workings of the law and how it is in South Carolina and if that was a possibility or not. But each alleged incident is different in its amount and the relationship and the harm caused. And because of that, I think that every case is tried individually. And I think they all deserve their day in court to face the one who defrauded them. And they also deserve their adorable Santa pajamas for their kiddos, hopefully just in time for Christmas 2027. And y'all, I'm not even, wait, hold up, y'all. I'm not even joking. I just looked it up again. She's literally officially just been arrested for the 14th time. The 14th time. Brooke is nothing if not an overachiever at this point. Whew, Suspirians, this story was wild. It's time to step out of the dark waters of the cesspool, grab a towel, dab and dry off. That's what I got. Let me know what you think in the comments of this. This is wild. And if some of you are out there and you know how the law works and reasons why this would be all handled as individual cases, am I correct in my thought process on that? Or if there's finer, details about it, I would love to know. If you want to hear more stories like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel and tickle the like button for more, turn on your notifications. And let me know in the comments if there are any stories that you would like us to dip into. Also, thank you again for hyping these videos. It's a feature that you can do on this channel, and I so appreciate that. I also have a brand new full deep dive Swoop documentary out on my main channel on Dr. Phil. It's linked below and in the pinned comment. Highly recommend you give it a watch after this, and we are working on the Epstein doc. We are working on Dr. Oz is coming, and we've got some other pieces in the works that I will announce in due time. Huge thank you to all of our channel members. I am so thankful for all of you. And to our Patreon members, we just crossed over 4,000 Patreon members. I am so honored and so excited to have you all with me on Patreon. We have a free tier access. We also have additional support access. You can join our Patreon community for exclusive access to 4 more videos per month. So that's 4 more exclusive, uncensored, unfiltered videos per month. Plus you'll get the entire back catalog of videos that are only available on Patreon. So that's the podcast, the extended episodes, court case breakdown we've done, after school specials, all of that stuff, all there on Patreon. And of course, the free newsletter. So you are directly plugged in. You'll get, access to the free trailers and promo things and behind the scenes stuff before we come out with the Swoop docs and things like that. Of course, you can also grab your pieces from the Suspool collection. We've got the Valid Rib Cage. All of that is still available in the store for probably maybe a limited time. I designed all of these pieces so that you can have fun while we just dip into the cesspool of life, okay? It is wild out there in these streets, and we need to be able to have a giggle every now and then. So thank you so much for your support there. And also you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Bluesky, all of that is linked below. And of course, Patreon. I am most active on Instagram and Instagram stories. And so you can keep up with me and life and all of that stuff. Also, dear Suspirians, if you're trying to stay consistent and take the stress out of your meals, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SWOOP2FB50. That's SWOOPTOOFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. And treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Thanks for coming for a swim. Have a good day out there. Beware the creepy, keep it cute, and I'll see you next time in the cesspool. Swoop!